Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 5 of the Toyota 4Runner series. Where we left off on the last episode was me removing this quarter panel right here, and then that same night I actually got this piece delivered. Let me show you guys a better look at it in the daytime now. So I'll show you where they cut it first of all. So that's where they cut it, and it's a pretty decent sized piece to work with here, and they cut it basically perfectly where we need it, because it's on our piece it was mangled up about to here. So that's just what we need right there. But now my job is just to remove all these little pieces like this, save them. We got new plastic, don't have to buy that, don't gotta buy this. Take all of this stuff off before I get to removing this panel. Now we are gonna remove this quarter panel a little bit differently. We're gonna be drilling out all the spot welds this time instead of sanding them out, because we need to keep this in the best condition as we can, and that's the best way to do it. So I'm just gonna take all this plastics off, the latch, and then I have to remove the remainder of this glass. So let's get to it. Alright, so this part is pretty much done. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a paint marker and put a little dot on every single spot weld that I'm going to drill out, just for reference, that you guys can see exactly where I'm going to do it, and also for myself. So as you guys can see, I have marked all of the spot welds. Might be a little hard to see on camera, but they're all marked. I just didn't do the underside yet because it's got this like body sealer or like undercoating that's covering it, so I have to grind all that off, and then I'll be able to see it just like I did up here. So I'm going to also mark all of those for myself, basically just so I don't miss anything later, and then we'll get to drilling all these out. I went ahead and flipped it, so these ones I can see, that's fine. I'll go ahead and mark those here in a second. But you can see there's this thick rubber coating covering the other ones. It goes all the way around, it goes up here as well. It's this body sealer, and then down here. So as you can see, I can't see them, so I'm going to take the grinder to all of this and expose it. Then I'm going to get the little white marker and mark the little spot welds. Alright, with that done, you guys can see that it exposes these spot welds. So I'm going to go ahead and get these marked up, and then this whole quarter panel is marked and ready to get drilled. Alright, I went ahead and moved the quarter panel into the garage, that way we can get a constant lighting going on. I'm not liking the whole outside lighting and all that, it's getting dark. So we're just going to be in the garage from now on. What I'm going to be doing now is center punching all of these little dots that I made with the little center punch. Let me show you. So this center punch right here, so I'll take the center punch and I'm just going to hammer each one of those dots. Basically, I'm doing this so that way when I go to drill, the drill bit doesn't want to wander. That's a pain in the ass. I'm going to start off with the 1/8 size drill bit, see how that works out. If that's too tough to drill out, then I'll go a little smaller, but I think this should work. completed that, I'm gonna go on to using the step bit. This basically drills bigger and bigger holes the further you go. Those are basically just to start it so I could shove this guy in there. But before I start, I actually want to see what's the minimal that I need to go to get this guy out. So we're gonna go one by one down here, drill this guy out, and then see how long until I can separate these two panels. So let's try that. So right now it's only on the first one. Let's go down one step. Okay, that's one step. Just gonna use this putty knife. So it didn't come loose yet, and I don't want to hammer the crap out of it. So it's going down another step. All right, see that now. Negative, spot weld still holding it. Let's go one more. It's gonna have to go one more. Let's hope that's the winner right there. All right, we found a winner, boys. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put that in there and mark it exactly where it's at, and then try to drill them all out the same size. So we're right there. So as you guys can see, I went ahead and marked my step a bit so we don't go further than that white line. I'm just gonna let this dry really quick. Also, the battery's almost dead. I'm gonna let this charge for a second to give myself like a 10-minute break, and then we're gonna continue and drilling all these out with this thing. So let's actually start over here. Now this thing was $25, so I really hope it lasts a good bit. All right, we got that section done. Let's move on to this back side. These ones are really strong, so I'm going to save these for last to not completely destroy my bit. Alright, you guys, so the drilling is now complete. Just want to show you guys what it's looking like. All the way down and around and underneath. Now, let's try to separate this quarter panel from the body. So I'm going to try using this thin putty knife as much as I can. Alright, got this bottom section done. Now I'm going to start working over here. There's some body sealer, taking the two panels together. So I'm going to do my best to not damage anything. This putty knife because it's flexible. When you're going around the corners, it kind of bends with the body of the car. And this is going to damage before the car does, and that's what I want. I don't want to damage the skin. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and set this quarter panel up right now since we got the bottom done, and then we'll do the rest. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this side down. Alright, so that section is done as well. Now let's get this window, and then last but not least, the right side. side done, and it's gonna come right off. So the panel should be able to come free now. Also, there's some glue somewhere like right here and probably down here. So if it doesn't come off easy, you're gonna have to take a heat gun. You can see it came loose right there. All right, so that's good. So the glue's like right here. It's like right here. All right, and once again, I am getting ahead of myself. So I actually have to take the inside of that stuff off. It's also holding it down. It's stuck, obviously. So I had to find this little thing right here that opens it up. And then I'm just supposed to pull on it. There we go. Got all new stuff in here if I need it. Save it. Now we want to get this guy just like so. Get a flat head. Take that off. There's also this metal ring inside you want to take out. And then just fold this stuff on the inside, just like so. Alright, I'm hoping that did it. And there we go. Alright, let me go set this down gently and then we'll take a closer look at it. Alright, so before I actually put this piece outside and out of the way, I wanted to show you guys really quick. As you guys can see, this piece right here is mangled up. So I will be taking this piece off as well to replace and put over here. But let me go ahead and put this outside for now. And I wanted to see if this would slap onto this right now, just to see what it would look like. So let's check it out. Alright, so there's a quick rough placement. It's not on there exactly, but I just wanted to put it on there just to get a visual of what this car is soon to look like. But again, I am beat, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be the end of part 5. We're going to go ahead and take that one piece off under the wheel well. I believe it's called like the wheelhouse or something like that. We're going to take that piece off in the next episode. And then we're going to have to start dismantling some more of this car. But this car is slowly but surely getting completed, as you guys can see. Well, anyways, I really do hope you guys are enjoying this series. Hit that thumbs up button if you are. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good day, everybody. Peace out.